My name is Joseph Smith. I'm speaking to you from somewhere in the next life. I'm not quite sure where. I have been commanded to confess what I have done, so that I can be forgiven. So I will begin. I'm the founder of the Mormon Church. I was born in New England in 1805. My parents were poor farmers, and it was hard to make a living for us all. They were very devout, but also believed in folk magic, like many others at the time. I sometimes made money by treasure hunting, using magic spells and peep stones. I never found any treasure, but many folks believed that I could. I even got arrested for being a glass looker. I was also interested in where the Indians came from. We all wondered about that. I finally realized that I could make some money if I found a buried Indian record that told their history. And even better, if it was made of gold. I met a traveling preacher named Rigdon, who was looking for a way to start a religion of his own. So we teamed up. He had gotten a manuscript story about the ancient Indians, and we figured, if we put it together with what people already believed about the Indians being Jews, we could pull it off. Rigdon wanted to include a lot of scripture and religion, so we did. We had some stuff from a recent book called A View of the Hebrews, and some anti-Masonic stuff, since the Masons were not very popular at the time. He wanted to be behind the scenes, so I was the front man. I told people I had found a golden book, and was translating it. Rigdon said it would be more believable if I said that God was helping me translate it. I told everyone about the angel Nephi who gave me the book. We later changed the story to name him Moroni. We got a dumb farmer named Harris to sell his farm to pay to print it. My cousin Oliver Cowdery helped with the actual writing. We fixed up some pieces of tin and covered them with a cloth and said it was the gold tablets. Oliver and I took Harris and one of the Whitmer family into the woods and convinced them that they had seen an angel in the invisible plates. After we got the church started, Rigdon came on board as second in command. He thought he could tell me how to run things, but I was smarter than he thought. I realized I could convince people of just about anything. It almost seemed as though God was really talking to me. It was easy to get a revelation about anything, and if it was a revelation, nobody could argue with me. Women admired me, which my wife, Emma, did not like. It was easy to fool around, because Emma did not want to cross me. It finally dawned on me that, if I was restoring the ancient religion, that included polygamy. All the patriarchs in the Bible had more than one wife, so I probably should too. All it needed was a revelation. I had so many wives that I forget exactly how many there were, 30 or 40, I think. Even married women. I would tell them it was God's command. It was easier if I sent their husbands to Europe on a mission. I only told a few of my trusted friends about polygamy, but once they knew and tried it themselves, I knew I could count on them to keep it quiet. John Bennett was handy, because he was a doctor and could take care of any unwanted consequences if any of my women missed a period. But when I propositioned a girl that he wanted, he turned traitor and blabbed. Some of the church members got up a newspaper and blew my cover, so I smashed up their press. That's what got me in jail, where I was killed by an angry mob. I guess I did get carried away. I had my own army. I gave myself the rank of lieutenant general. I even had myself crowned as a king. I made a lot of prophecies, and almost none of them came to pass. But one. I gave a revelation saying that any man that boasted of himself will be brought down. Well, I boasted that I had done more than any man that ever lived, even Jesus. And a month later I was dead. So, that's my story. And there are people alive today who still believe that I was a prophet from God. How do I get out of here?